Chad Pergram with an update from the Hill, as this has all just happened on a Friday morning.
Good morning, Sandra. Well, just to show you how tight this is, 220 to 213, you switch 4 votes, and this vote goes the other way. It goes down to defeat. That's why Nancy Pelosi put this on the floor. She knew exactly how many votes she could lose, and it was only Jared Golden. I should talk about Jared Golden a little bit. He is a moderate Democrat. He flipped a district about 2.5 years ago from red to blue in northern Maine. He's somebody who spoke out against the SALT reduction that deals with state and local tax reduction that was restored in this bill. He said that it was a giveaway. He also was one of 2 Democrats back in March who voted against the $1.9 trillion partisan COVID bill that the House and Senate Democrats passed in the late winter. And he split his votes on both articles of impeachment during the first impeachment trial of President Trump. He voted to impeach on one article and voted against impeachment on the other. So he's somebody who faces a competitive re-election bid. He's running against Bruce Poliquin, who's a Republican, who he won that district from a couple of years ago. And Kevin McCarthy yesterday minced no words, not so much in his overnight remarks, but at his press conference yesterday saying, you know, how can some of these other moderate Democrats who represent these battleground districts, Elaine Luria in Virginia, Abigail Spanberger in Virginia, how can they survive these votes? I would look at Elise Slotkin, another moderate Democrat from Michigan who voted yes. But again, the real Donnybrook on this bill is going to be in the Senate. There's going to be about a week here where they have to get this bill into Senate form to make sure it complies with Senate budget rules. Chuck Schumer, the majority leader, says that he hopes to pass it by Christmas. We've been here a lot of Christmas Eves and New Year's Eves and New Year's Day. It always seems to take longer, so we'll probably be here through the holidays. And then to reiterate, again, this was the easy part of the Rubik's Cube. They have to get this through the Senate, only a 50-50 Senate. Watch to see what they do on immigration. That's something that they have to appeal to the parliamentarian. The Liberal Democrats want to approve something in there, but again, that's hard to do in a fiscal bill. It does not comply with those special Senate budget rules. And then whatever they changed, and again, you know, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema probably want to moderate and temper this bill. It goes back to the House of Representatives. And can those liberals, the progressives, Pramila Jayapal, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, Cori Bush, can they stomach a more moderated bill that comes back from the Senate if it ever comes back? You know, and again, it may take months, you know, just because, you know, they talk about Christmas time passing this could bleed into January. And then, you know, you saw how long that it took the House to pass the infrastructure bill. We thought that the House was going to vote on infrastructure and this bill when President Biden came to the Capitol one day in late September. And here it is, the middle of November, and they just passed this bill and the infrastructure bill 2 weeks ago today. Back to you.
Kevin McCarthy, in his own words, Chad, what we have before us isn't a social spending bill. It's a pathway to socialism. You go back to the leader's remarks last night, 8 hours of them. U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy saying this is going to further ignite inflation and torch American savings. Interesting to point out that these lawmakers are about to head off and take their Thanksgiving break at a time when we are reporting that all of this government spending has been leading to massive amounts of inflation and a very expensive Thanksgiving holiday. So, Chad, you're talking about Christmas. So you're likely to have lawmakers staying over Christmas. We'll all be working over Christmas.
And reporters. We're always here.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is going to take us all the way to end of year as you talk about them packaging it and sending over to the Senate.
Yeah, you know, something that has become a bit of a trend here on Capitol Hill is that they tend to have these votes between Christmas and New Year's. You know, I note that they passed the first version of Obamacare Christmas Eve morning, a pre-dawn vote in 2009. Last year we were here, and, you know, between Christmas and New Year's as they were dealing with a defense bill. The Senate was in on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. You know, there was the famous fiscal cliff between 2012 and 2013. I remember then Vice President Biden came to the Capitol on New Year's Eve about 8:30 at night for negotiations, and then the Senate started voting about 2:30 in the morning. This was on New Year's Eve 2012, and then we moved into 2013, and about 2:30 in the morning on January 1st, the Senate started to vote. So these Christmas time, Yuletide, visits here to the Capitol and these negotiations, that's probably what we're in for, especially the fact that this has dragged on all fall when we thought they might take care of this maybe as early as August or September.
Chad Pergram live on the Hill for us. Thank you very much, Chad. We'll check back in with you shortly.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.